Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. You don't want none. Come here. Pick up the ball. Watch the eye.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Throwing. Prescott. And he will find his man on the outside. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Here we go. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
First down, and it's Pollard again. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On the counter, Ingram. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Here we go. 56. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Check 3. Check 3.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
1st down, Cowboys.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Let's go. Pick it up, Check it out.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Watch the slap. Watch the slap. Watch the slap. Check 26.
Ingram again, a 1st down carry. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Run for Pollard. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. They'll run here with Ingram. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 2 now, second and goal.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Now here's Pollard, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
54. Mike, 54. You got nothing.
They'll try the right side with Eckler. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The end result, 21 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 down at the 31. They'll run it now out of the gun. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
On second down, Eckler. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the Cowboys' 8-yard line.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Cowboys 7, Eagles 0.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Bring it. Check 15. Check 15.
Here's Eckler. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. An 8-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the first half. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll run with Pollard. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
He's not going to get me.
A first down throw for Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Barnett just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. They run from the pistol with Ingram. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Prescott to throw it. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. That's what I do.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Shift! Watch the shift!
Running on first down, Eckler. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Hey, Ford, Tokyo. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there.
Now Wentz on third down. And he connects with Ertz. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. And his throw's going to be incomplete. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. Third down here.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. From the gun on third down, Wentz. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
Okay, baby, I see you.
Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on third down. On third down, here's Eckler. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
It's now 2nd and goal from the 8-yard line.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll try the left side. It's Chandler. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go. Waiting. I'm scared. I got tripped this side. 46 down, man. 5-4. You got 3. Watch number 86. Hey, Foxtrot.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run the counter. Pollard. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. 7 yards there and a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
50. Check 56.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. It'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. A pickup of 5 that time and a first down.
A gain of 5. And a Cowboy first down.
So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Throwing is Wentz. his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Give him 30 yards there.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Man, that's trash. That's trash.
Now Eckler. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we're looking at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. They come out here in the eye.
Right there, 56.
They'll run here with Eckler. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Watch the twist.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 40. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Prescott from the gun. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism, because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. It'll be a handoff to Pollard, and he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Under 10.
Here's Pollard again. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. Prescott looks to throw on first. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Prescott. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 32-yard line.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time. Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe you change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Flush to his right. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a 4th down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays, yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. To throw, it's Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Working from the gun. Wentz. Looking long for Thomas. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
At their own 37-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Gonna run again here with Pollard. Fights loose. And he's into the clear. The 20, 10, touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
First and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Mike, here we go. Waiting. All day.
It's Eckler again. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. A big play there for Philly. 41 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through three quarters, no reason to lighten. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. Third down. Looking to throw. Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brandon Graham coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Let's set a tone.
On the ground, it's Eckler. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. The Eagles on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
What's your son? Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Watch the slats, watch the slat.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Going on the ground with Eckler. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the give, this is Eckler. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Guys, game situation. Let's go.
And they take a knee.
Wins on the keeper. A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 42-yard line.
The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee.
It's a loss of a yard. Bringing up
Now the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back.
4 down, check, 4 down.
The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit 000. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that. But also, you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants to set up and throw it. Maybe you bring a little extra pressure to make sure he gets rid of it quicker.
A little bit of a cat-and-mouse game. We'll see if they bring that pressure. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. And a disappointing way to close out the season. Got into the playoffs but couldn't really make any noise.
Still a good season. Some might call it a great season when they get away from it a little bit. But they also will all look at their own errors, their own mistakes, and wonder how they could have played a little bit better. So if they get in this position again, they'll be ready to win.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.